fabulous street poet. Check, 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 check. Woo. Listen, y'all know we've been thugging it all week. When the panel was up here, it was kind of somewhat into the message already, right? So real quick, what I'm gonna need for y'all to do, I know some of you guys gonna want to record, but before we get started with that portion, right? I be trying it, but that echo, it ain't gonna work. So what I'm gonna need for y'all to do, right there where you are, because I could jump directly into the message, but if I jump into the message before we get you to the point where you're ready to receive the message, then it's almost like everything going over everybody's head, right? So the first thing that I want to get you guys to do is I want us to kind of one thing I want you to focus on when they was up here and they were talking about that inner child. That actually happens to be what I'm going to be talking about today, right? Because I need for everybody to understand that you have a divine right of choice, right? And a lot of times we stay stuck in life because that's what we're choosing to do, right? We're choosing to stay that same broken little girl, that same broken little boy. And what we do is we make excuses for why we are that way, right? So real quick, I want everybody just to kind of close your eyes for a second. We're going to center. While you got your eyes closed, I want you to think about whatever that trauma is that you've been dealing with. Whatever that heartache, that pain, that thing that you've been carrying your whole entire life, that thing that you know for a fact is keeping you from being able to live up to your best potential, your fullest potential, is stopping you from being able to create your best self. And the reason why your eyes are closed is because I need for you to understand we see things twice. We see it in our minds and then we see it when we create it, right? So I need for you to make sure your eyes are closed, and I want you to focus on you being that young person, that young broken person standing and crying, laying and crying, roaming and crying, being broken, trying to figure out where you need to go, how you need to go, what you're going to do, what the next move is going to be, whatever your struggle is, because we all have one. But when you open your eyes, I want you to understand that when you open your eyes, I want you to give yourself permission to move forward from that broken person. Give yourself permission to heal. Give yourself permission to grow. Give yourself permission to let go. Because you deserve it. You only gonna stay stuck if that's what you choose to be. You have a divine right. You can use this moment as your breakout moment. You can use this moment right here to say, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired. Not of nobody else. I'm sick and tired of me and how I've played with me, how I've slept on me. So can we be real? I just want you to be real. You got your eyes closed. Nobody can see you being real. Yeah. Release that thing. Let that go. I'm tired of me. It ain't even nobody else, because people can only do to me, coach, what I allow. And they only here because I let them stay here. I'm only still in that relationship because I've been afraid to move. The only reason why I'm still going through hell and high water in my life is because of my own fear, my own self-doubt. It's because of my own insecurities. It's because I have failed and allowed my pain to become a part of my personality. Let's be real.
My God.
Let's be real. 1, 2, 3. If you're ready to get free, open your eyes. Let's go. I want you to understand that you're only going to be as happy as you want to be. It's your life. It's your responsibility to make sure that you're living it up to your fullest. It's your responsibility to make sure you're your happiest. Pause. Hold on to that. When you get ready to meditate, because if you're brand new to it, set your alarm on your phone for 1 minute. Practice doing it only 1 minute first. Inside your mind, only focus on I am in control. Tell yourself that you're in control so much that every single time something happens that make you feel disrespected or unsure in any kind of way, you center yourself by letting yourself know that you are in control over your life. Okay? That's how you learn how to meditate. And as time go by, you will take that minute to 2 minutes up to on up and on up. But you will tell yourself that you got it so much that that'll be your new hack for life. Anytime you feel a certain type of way, you'll be like, I'm in control, snap back. Amen. All right? This is what we're going to do. I need for you to understand. What I'm going to talk about today is you're going to have to destroy that thing before that thing destroys you.
Come on, y'all. Come on. My.
Y'all ain't right. I'm just telling you, these are the notes. I got them. You're going to have to destroy that thing before that thing destroys you, because what's going to happen is the more that you give yourself an excuse to stay down, you're going to stay down. As long as you tell yourself that you can't do it, that you're not good enough to do it, that you're not able to do it, I need for you to understand that guess what you just did? You just gave every negative energy around you, you just gave them an assignment. And their assignment is to make sure that you can't do it. Their assignment is to make sure that you fail. Why? Because that's what you've already spoke over your life. You got to watch the things that you think, watch the words that you speak over your own life. Understand that, because at the end of the day, I want you to understand there's power in your words.
Yes.
There's power in your words. And a lot of times the reason why we don't want to move forward and we don't want to forgive and we don't want to cut ties with folk is because of what? I'm not ready to forgive them yet. Because if I forgive them, then that means that they got one up on me. If I forgive them, it's almost like I gave them a pass. But as long as you holding on to that hurt, as long as you holding on to that pain, as long as you stand in that broken relationship because you don't want nobody else to have that piece of a man or that piece of a woman that you already ain't happy with, then the only person that's going to suffer in that relationship is you. You got to understand that if you're going to stay with a cheater, you can't get mad at a cheater for cheating.
Come on, somebody.
If you're going to stay with a liar, you might as well go ahead and suck it up, buttercup, because you cannot expect for a liar not to lie. You know these things already. What are you telling me, coach? Stop whining and crying about stuff you already knew.
You already knew.
All right.
First time I knew.
You already knew what you was dealing with, and you chose to stay in that situation. You chose to stay stuck. You said, well, you know what, it's so hard for me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Well, guess what? Leaving is learning.
Ooh, that's good. I got to write that down. Leaving is learning. Leaving is learning, baby. Let me see that. Definitely taking my...
You don't know what you're capable of until you leave.
Come on now.
You don't know what you can and cannot do until you leave. And you got to understand something. It's the enemy's job to keep you distracted. It's his job to keep you focused on what it is that you're going through. Because why? As long as I got you focused on what it is that you're going through, you're not planning your escape.
Come on.
Come on now.
Come on,
Come on now.
You have to make sure that you learn how to resize every giant.
Come on now.
My God.
Why? Because ain't no situation too hard for God.
Come on.
Amen.
Ain't no situation, no trial or tribulation that you're going to go through is going to be bigger than him. And one thing that you got to understand, and I'm willing to debate it all day long, you have the power of choice,
Yes.
right? But God has the outcome. He controls the outcome. You have the power of choice, which means he's not a will-breaking God. Which means you're going to live on whatever level of life that you settle for.
Come on, somebody.
So if you settle for mediocre, that's what you're going to get. You settle for bare minimum, that's what you're going to get.
Street.
If you
Talk
over
to
there
'em.
and you say, hey, I'm going to put the cap on me. I can only go this far. I'm only going to be able to be this successful. My business is only going to be able to go right here. Then that's exactly what you just labeled yourself. I don't know about you, but me, I want mine pressed down,
Shake it together. Right over. Come on now.
Somebody owe me some stuff. Yes. That's a fact. Everywhere you go, every room that you walk in, head up, chest out. Baby, I'm supposed to be here.
Period. All right. All right.
And you don't come in. I ain't coming to play nice, to fit in. I ain't gonna walk in like no coward. I'm not gonna walk in whispering to folk, trying to blend in with folk. No, I am who I am. You gonna get it exactly how I got it every single time. Yeah, and it's always gonna be in some sneakers. Yeah, because we spend a lot of time trying to do what? We want to get even. I got to get my lick back. Come on.
Talk about it. Talk about
Can I do
that. Talk about it.
Okay, go ahead. She said go there. So we spend a lot of time and we stay in these relationships because you know what I got to do? I got to make them feel how I felt. Right? I got to do it to them so they can see. And I got to go back and you spend years on top of years on top of years trying to repay a person that don't even care.
Come on.
Moved on.
Right? You have to develop that mentality of, baby, I don't want to get even. I just want to be left alone.
Come on.
Peace.
Fucked up.
Oh, leave me alone. That's it. I don't. Yeah. I'm not interested in trying to get even. I just want to be left alone. We ain't got to talk. We ain't got to text. We ain't got to inbox each other. We ain't got to send nobody no SOS messages. Don't reach out to my mama. She ain't gonna call yours. It is what it is. Moving on to the next thing. Understand that. But I'm gonna tell you what happened is this right here. People know what it is that you bring to their life.
Yes.
Come on, you finna hit it. You finna hit it.
Almost there.
These folks know. These folks know what it is that you bring to their life. They know that you are the light inside of their life.
Come on.
Okay.
They know that they honestly only surviving off of your prayers. That they're only surviving off of your favor. They know what it is, the cushion that you bring to their life. They know this already, but what they do is they go outside of their way to try to slander and belittle and discredit you because that's how a narcissistic individual works. That's how a manipulator works. Hold up. That's how an emotional manipulator work. Understand that. I want to psychologically abuse you to the point where you don't know if you coming or going. That way you look for me for validation.
Right.
Because as long as you need me to validate you, you ain't going nowhere.
That's it.
Because you need to get my approval first. You don't feel like you can do it, even though you can, because you scared to leave though.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? You scared to leave, so you still waiting around on them. But them people know exactly where they bread being buttered at. And that's why when they go out there and they pick somebody over you, they go lay with somebody over you, and that person is so much better than you, and they got all these other qualities that's over you. And you said, okay, well, if they got so much better than me, and they love you so much more than me, and you were so happy over there, and you wanted to be there so bad, I'm just trying to figure out when I pack you up, why you ain't stay? Tell them come pick you up. Pick you up. Come here.
Yeah.
Come one thing for sure, two things for certain. And we going into this 2024.
Come on.
We going there.
Come on.
We going in this 2024,
Come on.
and you gotta understand. You gotta let folk know,
on.
baby.
Come
Don't
on.
you feel
Come
like
on.
you gotta settle
Come
for
on.
me? Don't feel like you gotta put up with me. Don't feel like you gotta tolerate me
Come on.
in no type of way, shape, or
Come on.
form. Because
Come
if you
on.
cutting ties with
Come
me,
on.
it's
Come
gonna
on.
make you a better person.
Come on.
Turn me loose.
Let him go.
Come on. Because folk in real life be in your face trying to act like they doing you a favor.
Come on now. Come on now.
Laying on my couch drinking
on.
up all man
Come on.
juice.
Come on.
All the Bonquisha snacks.
Come on.
You had to understand
I need
something.
another drink for this.
Yeah. And the reason why you had to understand that the enemy wants you to stay there.
Come on
He
now.
wants you to stay in that situation
Come
because
on.
as long as he got you distracted in
Come
that
on.
broken relationship,
Yeah.
in that broken family, as long as he
Come
got you
on.
stuck on your past
Come
and
on.
things that you've gone through in your past, then
on.
guess what? You're not focusing on your mission.
That's
You're
right.
not focusing
That's right.
on your purpose. You're not operating in your purpose because you're still so caught up on what happened 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, even 5 months ago.
Come on
The
now.
truth of the matter is, and y'all know I don't come
Come
to
on.
play nice.
Come
First
on.
and foremost, baby,
Come on.
dwelling on what you done went through in
Come
your
on.
past will not fix you
Come
right
on.
now
Come on.
today. You gotta let that hurt go.
Come on now, coach.
Do all that whining and crying and waddling and whatnot. I make every therapist around me mad.
Talk about that bad street. Talk about that street.
They be saying, oh, well, what do you feel about that? And how can we fix that? And I said, girl, get up.
Come on, stand up.
Girl, get up. Yeah. Get up. Talking about, oh, well, I got hurt 20 years ago. You ain't the only one that got hurt 20 years ago. You ain't the only one that's went through something. You ain't the only one got a struggle. You ain't the only one with a past. You ain't the only one that got beat. I know it sounds real insensitive, but the truth of the matter is we got to stop playing nice with folk. We got to stop giving folk excuses while they should stay down there. It's okay not to be okay, but baby, it ain't okay to stay there.
Come on now. Come on, get up.
You got to get up.
It's
okay not to be okay.
Because that's what the enemy wants. As long as I can keep you focused on the trial, on the hurt, on the pain, you got to understand that it's a trap.
It's a hard trap.
It's a distraction. As long as you're crying about, once you've been exposed, you can't be unexposed.
Come on.
Once you done been there, you done been there, baby.
I don't want to do that.
So you crying about it, you being a Debbie Downer, a pity party Patty, you know what I'm saying, about this, that ain't gonna fix it, baby. And you can cry to many people that's gonna give you that shoulder. You can slide down every wall, available wall in your house and go next door, slide down some of their walls as well. Baby, but I'm gonna tell you, when you get finished sliding down the wall, all those issues are still going to be right there. Understand that they're still going to be right there. You have a divine right of choice.
That's right. Come on.
You can either be free or you're gonna be stuck.
Come on now.
But it's all up to you. You gotta know that as long as you're focusing on that, then you're not focusing on your mission. And a lot of times we get over there and we be giving folk that add the least value to our life.
Say it. They need to know it. Ain't nothing.
You over there giving the folk that ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. Somebody that you got to help. Somebody you got to take back and forth to work. Somebody that you got to make sure they got a roof over their head. Somebody that you over there, they done became one of the children because you got to take care of them like they one of the children. And you over there, you know what you look like running after somebody you got to help.
You the foster mama.
What? You done became a full-blown caregiver. What you trying to tell us, Coach? There's a difference in between a relationship and a project.
That's good.
And some of y'all ain't got no relationship, baby. You got a project.
It's an assignment.
Baby, you over there building the boom, building the bun, building the baby. And you gotta understand what K. Michelle say. You can't raise a man or a woman. That ain't your job. That's not my job. That's not my job to raise you. If you are not in a position where you're known for a fact that you're not operating at your fullest potential, if you still got unhealed trauma, you still got daddy issue, mama issues, if your insecurities have still got you in the chokehold, if you don't know if you coming or going, go sit in the unhealed section. You are not dateable right now.
Go talk to the lady. Go talk to the lady. Man.
You are not dateable. This why the ministers be mad, and I told y'all right.
Because we friends.
My God, right here now.
That's a good God to have.
All right.
This why the ministers be mad. Want to tell you why?
Why you mad?
Oh, I got a healing spirit.
Ain't got no healing.
How you got a healing spirit?
Come on, talk about it.
Everybody want to have a healing spirit. No, what you got is you trauma bonded.
There you go. Oh,
That's what you got. You got a whole lot of trauma bonding that's going on over there. And what y'all do is sit over there and swap war stories back and forth, trying to see who grew up the worst, who pain was the worst, who relationship was the worst, and y'all just keep exchanging energy back and forth. Nobody growing, nobody healing, nobody evolving. Well, Coach, why you say that? Start healing. And watch how you piss them off.
Right.
That's y'all quiet, but that's
Come on.
That's right.
You want to see if they got a healing spirit or not. Start growing.
Yes.
Start healing.
Yes.
Start evolving in life. All of a sudden, y'all ain't got nothing to talk about.
Nothing in common.
If you ain't gossiping, if you ain't got the tea, if you ain't discussing somebody else's business, somebody else's relationship, then guess what? Y'all don't have no more conversation because the only thing that y'all had to talk about was brokenness. But what you got to understand is that whatever your mind is what you will produce.
Yes. Oh my.
So as long as you focus on brokenness, you're gonna produce more brokenness.
Come on now.
That's why y'all trauma bonds.
Come on now.
That's why you got 20 years with them.
Mm.
Cause you don't see nothing past that hurt. You don't see nothing past that pain. You don't see nothing past that. And see, when you desperate, you'll go for anything.
Come on now. Talk about it.
When you down bad, you'll go for anything when you down bad.
Come on.
When they ain't even your type. You don't even like them that tall. You don't like them that small. You don't even like light skin. Wait a minute. Wait. You trying to?
It's okay. You still feeling it.
That don't even go.
Because he ain't got enough money.
Okay then.
But when you desperate, you will attach yourself to anything.
See?
And what happens is you become unequally yoked. And y'all only good for as long as you're down.
Come on.
And when you start growing and healing, y'all, now you acting different. Now you being bougie. Now you this and you that. But you got to understand that but the truth be told, you're going to have to leave them where you met them at.
See? Right there.
Because some folk are only going to understand from their level of understanding.
There you go.
And some folk are comfortable being down bad. They're comfortable living in that state. That's a situation that they've gotten comfortable with. They've gotten complacent with. They're used to that. Not only are they used to it, and I need for you to understand this, it's never okay for you to develop coping skills to deal with somebody's dysfunctional behavior.
Come on now. Come on.
That's not your job. Woo. But friend, I know that was heavy. That was heavy. Because a lot of people ain't gonna be that real. They ain't gonna be that honest. What you say? It's not your job to develop coping skills to deal with somebody else's dysfunction. What you mean? It's not my job to fix your trauma. It's not my job to carry your trauma. It's not my job to stop living because you refuse to live. It's not my job to stay stuck because that's where you want to be. I can understand your trauma, sympathize with your trauma, but it doesn't mean that I have to accept it.
That's right. That's right.
I can love you from afar. We just not on the same page. Matter of fact, we ain't even in the same book.
My mind.
On the same shelf. Period.
And you have to learn how to leave people right there where they at. Right there where they're comfortable at. Will it hurt? Yes, it'll hurt. It'll hurt like hell.
Come on now.
Yes, let's be real. When you love somebody, I'm talking about really love somebody. When you didn't sacrifice years with them. When you didn't bent over backwards for them. When you didn't jump through fire rings and walked on cold with them. When you didn't cut loose friends and family members and folk that you shown up love, damn near lost your job in behind them. Yeah, because you know you have to go outside and talk to them on the phone.
Come on, Cole.
But then you come to the realization that right there, this is all you want out of life.
That's it, right?
That's all you want. You got a decision to make. Why do I have to be uncomfortable so that you can be comfortable? Why I have to be unsatisfied in life just so you can be satisfied?
Right.
Why I gotta water myself down or dilute the person that I am to make sure that you're okay? Oh, baby, the devil is a lie. You're gonna have to find somebody else to play with. What you say, Street? I'ma live out loud and I'ma take up space.
Come on now.
Right.
Come on.
I got to take up some space, baby. I'm gonna have to take up some space. I don't even want, I'm at a point in my life where I don't even want conversations. I don't want interactions. I don't want to be around nobody that's gonna cause me to abandon the person that I am.
Come on now. Come on now.
That's costing me. That costs you too much. That costs you too much, right? And the thing that you gotta understand is when a person don't have nothing, they'll help you lose everything.
Come on.
Listen now.
Yeah, because you gotta understand, they don't have nothing to lose. They ain't got nothing to lose. So guess what? What they'll do is, because they don't have nothing to lose, they'll make sure that you stay down with them. They'll make sure that you ain't got with them. They'll make sure you're struggling right there with them. Because a person that don't have nothing, they ain't got nothing to lose. And that's the reason why you gotta stop attaching yourself to any and everybody. You can't be so thirsty for a relationship
on
want
now.
a my man so bad
Come on in here to that.
that you connect yourself
You so churchy.
to a broken boy. Oh,
Jesus.
that's a fact.
Okay.
Want matching pajamas so bad. You want them matching pajamas so bad. But you ain't even thinking about your peace that it's gonna cost you. Then you say, Streetwear, you know, it's gonna cost me too much to leave. But baby, it's costing you everything to stay. Don't use the kids, cause Man and Bonquisha got their book bags packed. Come on, yo. He got his Power Rangers. She got her Barbie dolls. They ready to go.
They don't even like them.
Right? I'm gonna do you one better. It's a lot of people right now sleeping next to somebody that they don't like. But you tolerate them. You put up with them.
Been that, done that, baby.
Why? Because that's what you used to. But you don't know what you can or you can't do until you step away from that.
Come on
You
now.
got to understand that peace is the new wealth.
Yes.
If you don't have nothing else,
Write that down too.
you gotta have peace.
This is the new word.
If I don't have nothing else, I'm gonna have peace. How, I gotta do this right here. How important is it, Coach, for me to have peace? Humor me. This past year, we have seen people, celebrities,
Stupid.
have the means to go wherever they want to go.
Yes.
Travel all over the world, draped out in the finest fabrics, name brand this, name brand that. Everybody, oh, that's my favorite. They commit suicide.
Yeah. Talk about it.
Because, come on, they lacking their peace. Peace is the new wealth.
Oh, now.
You think that you being able to have that, do this, that ain't gonna bring you no peace. You're gonna be a beautiful disaster.
Come on now.
You dress nice, smell nice, drive nice, live in a nice house, all of this, but you still unhappy.
Come on, life insurance. Come on.
Still unhappy. Still don't know if you coming or if you going. Still being tortured while you sleep at night. Still pacing them expensive floors.
Come on now.
Come on, man.
Say that.
If you don't have peace nowhere else, you gotta have. If I don't have peace in my house, I might get another house. I might get another house, yeah. Because it's some things in my life that I just can't afford, and I can't afford that. That right there, if you're gonna cost me my peace, you're costing me way too much. If you're putting me in a position where I don't know where I stand with you, guess what I'm doing? I'm going to stand next to somebody else.
Can't wait a lot for the people in the back.
If you don't know where you stand with them, go stand next to somebody else.
Period.
That's a fact. Why you say that? Because you ain't gonna make my heart hard.
Uh-huh.
You ain't finna make me
Or
be out here
bitter.
talking about I ain't gonna never love again. Yes, I am.
Yes,
Come
I
on
am.
now. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yeah. Yes, I am. I'm gonna tell you that right now. After I get, yes, I am. And that's how you have to show up. Because if you don't, people will continue to play with you, and they will continue to make you think that there's no life after them, that there's nothing better than them, and that nobody's going to love you like them, and nobody's going to come through for you like them. You have to let people know exactly who you are and where you stand. And I don't care how upset they get about it, because people will go outside of their way to play off in your face. Will they do it? I'm talking about it's two things that you shouldn't let them do. You won't play me and you won't play with me. That's a fact. That's a fact. that. But that comes along with that self-awareness, right?
Yes.
Because when you know who you are, you also know who you're not.
That's right.
So you don't allow folk to gaslight you. You don't allow them to manipulate you. You don't allow them to project on you. You know exactly who you are. Baby, I know that I didn't do you dirty. I know that I'm solid. I know that I'm real. I know who I am. Want me to tell you how I know this? Because when I love you on purpose. When I'm there on purpose. When I come through on purpose. What you say? Intentionality, baby.
That's so good.
Very intentional. This right here, this on purpose. I'm going to show up on purpose. Want me to tell you why? Because when I walk away, I'm walking away on purpose.
And you standing on what, Coach?
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Walking heavy.
Because what happened is people love to wait. They'll go pick other folk. And when they go out there and find out you ain't that easy to replace, when they find out that that grass ain't really green, when they go out there and find out that it ain't really giving what they thought that it was gonna give.
Stay over there.
Hey, big head.
Stay over there.
Girl, you know I love you. I've been meaning to get back with you.
Come on.
Yeah. No, you.
That same energy.
Yeah, you gonna have to stay over them folk you thought so highly of.
All of them.
You got, and that's not just in a relationship. That's in a friendship as well.
Hey, I had to learn.
That's in a friendship. That's in a family ship. You know what I'm saying? That's in a family ship. That's in a job ship as well. That's in a church ship. That's whatever ship that you on with whomever. Because when I checked Webster, it definitely said that a ship was designed to do what? Take you places, right? It say that the ship is designed to take you places. So if that ship ain't shipping, it's time for you to abort that mission.
Abort.
That's right. Send my canoe.
Right.
Send my floaties.
Send my rap.
I gotta get up out of here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But we overstay our welcome and overplay our part because of our own fear, because of our own insecurities. And what we don't understand that if we don't destroy this thing is going to destroy us. You got to take back the power over your life. You got to take back control over your life. You got to let people know, baby, you can win with me or you can watch me win. Come on, man. That's just, you can. You can win with me or you going to have to watch me win. But running after you, I ain't doing it.
I ain't gonna do it.
Begging you, I'm not doing it.
I'm not begging you to love me.
Getting to the, because see, all that foreplay, we had to put that in the grave with a little baby. We got to stop. The next thing is you got to stop giving yourself permission to quit. You got to stop giving yourself permission to quit on you.
Oh, what's the message, Coach?
And the reason why we give ourselves permission to quit, agitation, frustration, and inconvenience. Agitation, frustration, and inconvenience. That's how the enemy operates. Those are his tactics right there. If I can aggravate you enough,
Come on.
oh boy, you getting real aggravating. You know how your child keep coming and keep it coming and keep coming and keep coming, and then eventually you go do it because you so aggravated. Or if I can agitate you to the point, it's like that thorn in your side, like this thing is,
oh my God.
it's just ugh. Or if it becomes an inconvenience. The moment that it becomes an inconvenience for us, oh, this gonna mean that I'm gonna have to get up a little bit early to do this morning routine. Coach, I know you want me to do it, but I don't know about that because I can't get up that early. I'm already having to get up early enough. Oh, wait a minute. When I get off from work, you mean to tell me I got to get off from work? I'm already tired. I did these 8 hours, and now you want me to do a 30-minute workout in the gym because you want me to give myself a physical win? Oh, hold up, Coach. Wait a minute. Now you want me to read 2 chapters a day? How am I read 2 chapters a day and I got these children in here? I'm trying to figure out if it becomes an inconvenience, but it's about how bad do you want it?
Come on, that's good.
How bad do you want it? Because you got to understand that if you can't fix your life without fixing you.
That's right.
You can get a better car. You can get a better house. You can get a better everything. But if you ain't got a better you, then you still down bad.
That's right.
And I'm gonna go a little bit deeper than that. Then if you haven't gotten a better you, all of the better things that you got, you're gonna misuse
Come
those
on.
things.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
There'll be null and void.
When you haven't done the work that you need to do on yourself, what happens is when you go ahead and operate prematurely and go get these things, what'll happen is you'll start looking at your blessing like a curse because you won't know what to do with it. You don't know what to feed it. You don't know what to clothe it. You don't know where to take it because you ain't picked up none of the lessons along the way. You've been so busy looking for an easy way out. You wanted an escape. You got to understand that this thing called life, this self-journey, this self-healing journey, you cannot skip steps.
Come on, coach. Say that now. It's a process, and you got to go through every step.
You got to go through it. You got to work it all the way through. Especially if you're trying to be successful, mentally successful, especially if you're really trying to develop and create a better version of yourself. It's going to require some serious work on your behalf. I just want to say it like this right here. If you think back when Jacob was in there,
Go there.
right? And he was tussling with the angel, right? And he said, "What? I can't let you go until you bless me. I gotta tussle with you, and I'm gonna tussle with you all night long until you bless me. You have to bless me, right?" In my life, I feel like that every single day. When you wake up, you got to be willing to tussle with life until you're able to get what you rightfully deserve out of life. I'm not turning this here loose. Understand that. And the thing about it, what part we don't dig into, but I'm going to do it though. Hold on. The thing that we don't pay attention to is when Jacob was tussling with the angel, right? He was doing that all night. And he said, "I'm not going to turn you loose till you bless me." The angel said to Jacob, "What's your name?"
Come on.
Right? I just told you that if you want it, you can't create a better life until you create a better you.
That's right.
I just told you about self-discipline. You got to be disciplined, right? He said, "I'm not going to turn you loose until you bless me." Well, what's your name? Well, what's your name? He did not say, "What do you want?" Why do you say that, coach? Because he said, "What's your name?" Because the person that you are right now is not going to be the person that you are when you walk from up in here. So when he came out a brand new person. Understand that what I'm doing is what the level that you're going to, what it is that you want to do in life, is going to require a brand new you. You gotta be what you ain't never been before.
That's good. Transfiguration.
It's not about the car. It's not about the materialistic things. He never said, "What do you want?" He could have easily said, "I'm going to give you all the land. I'm going to give you all the cattle. I'm going to give you all the mansions." He said, "What's your name?" What then lets you know is that it's not about the materialistic stuff.
That's it.
I'm going to change you from being a trickster,
Come on. From the inside.
a con artist.
Change that heart.
I'm about to make you be a whole nother person. Transformation is real. When you're trying to change your life, when you're trying to evolve, when you're trying to create a better version of you, you got to understand, you got to be willing to cut ties with the person that you used to be. Which means you got to let go of that little girl. You got to let go of that little boy. You got to let go of that past hurt, that past pain, all that stuff that got you in a chokehold. You got to move forward from all of that, continuously revisiting that as if you Lazarus. You ain't Lazarus.
Yes. Rise from deep.
You want to keep calling that forth to give yourself an excuse not to start the business, not to start the brand, not to leave the relationship, not to cut the toxic family off. You keep going back there because you're scared, because you don't really see the vision. And when you can't see your next, you're going to always run back to your ex.
Come on. Oh, my. Every time. Yeah, right at that.
When you can't see what your next move going to be, let's be real. Visualize it.
Yeah.
Here you are. You happy, joy, you going through life, everything. But then as soon as you hit that spot where it's going to require something more out of you, it's going to require a different version of you. It's going to require you to be something that you never been before. Now, you got to understand how the enemy operates. He down there, he just running around trying to see when you going to give in. Because when they say that he's roaming the land, I want you to understand it ain't just one. It's negative energy surrounding you every day. The same way you got negative, you got positive. And you can't have more of one without having more of the other. Understand that. So you sitting right there just happy, joy, singing all the praises. And guess what the enemy doing? Walking right on around you. Waiting on what? Waiting on you to have that self-doubt so he can slide on in. Waiting on you to start reminiscing about the past so he can slide on in. Waiting on you to start thinking that, oh yeah, well this fear got you in the chokehold. Slide on in. He's waiting on the opportunity to come in and to distract you right on up off of your mission. And every single time that you go back to that same broken little girl, broken little boy, then guess what you're doing? You're reviving all of that. Opening the womb, pouring so only.
Jesus. Baby. Baby.
Operating in your past is making a decision to say, I'm going to self-sabotage.
Come on now.
I'm a self-sabotage because I can't see nothing past here. So the moment that you start to step out and you don't see what's next for you, and the enemy is just running around waiting on that opportunity, you run back to where you feel safe at. Hold on. This be the excuse, Ashley. Hold up. Well, I already know what kind of demons they got, honey. But I already know them. I know what to expect from them. I already know how they act. So I might as well stay over here because at least I know what I'm getting with. So you spend, come on now. So you spend another what? Another 20 years.
Come on now.
Unhappy. Another 30, mama. Another 30 years unhappy. Because you didn't convince yourself that I already know what it's like over here. So I might as well stay over here. Baby, it ain't never too late to change. It ain't never too late to change. As long as you got breath in your body, you still have a purpose. As long as you're clothed in your right mind, activities of your limbs, you still have a mission that you are called to fulfill. And that's your job. Your job is to show up and get it done, understanding, trusting, and believing that God is going to do what he is already said that he was going to do. You ain't got no other choice. He controls the outcome.
That's right.
It's a fixed fight.
Come on now. Come on now.
I mean, it did say, if I make my bed in hell, you right there with me.
Right there.
So that means that no matter what it is that I'm going through, what trial, what tribulation, what experience that I'm having, you right there with me. And what all you need for me to do is say that I'm still choosing you. That I'm still picking you. I'm still staying connected to my source. That I'm still going to stay on the right path. That I'm going to still continue to do this. And as long as you continuing to do that, then you're going to be just like Job with that hedge of protection built all around.
Come on now.
That's good.
But you got to understand, you can't, it's the fear that gets you. It's the not being able to see the vision that gets you. And you got to understand that's going to be sometimes on this journey where you're not going to understand what it is that you're going through. It's not going to make sense to you. You're going to be like, I don't know what this is about. I don't know what I'm going through. But you owe it to yourself to trust the process. Because one thing's for sure, two things are for certain about God is what? He's never going to give you all the information at one time. No. He's going to give you just enough to secure the yes. That's for my Bible people. My Bible people, we know that. Be like, boy, why? Because if you would have told me I was gonna go through all of this, I wouldn't have said yes. I wouldn't have said yes. So you have to understand that's where that trust come in. That blind trust. That no matter how hard it gets, how difficult it gets, frustrating it gets, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to stand fast in my faith. I know that I'm going to come out of this. I know that this situation, this is not going to end me. I understand that the enemy does not have the power to destroy me. He only has the power to distract me and to destroy myself. I know this now. So what are you saying? You are in control of your life. But you got to take back your power. And you're gonna have to kill this thing before you allow this thing to kill you.
Come on now.
All right, appreciate y'all.
Oh.
Wait, I know you ain't done.